Hello, everyone, and welcome to Newly Forged. Thank you for being with us. Sorry we're a little bit late. We had to get a few things rocking and rolling here. We are Newly Forged. We are a 5e actual play stream. We play in the custom setting of Newly using the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition mechanics. And my 5 friends over here are brave enough to play in that world for whatever reason. And we have fun with it. Sarah, who plays Olive, is unfortunately most likely unable to join us at any point this evening. And Mike, who plays Defect, will be a little bit late. But in the meantime, we hope you all had a pleasant and joyous holiday season, whatever holiday you're good. We hope you had some peace and good foods and such things. Good travels, good interpersonal relationships, perhaps? I don't know. Anyway.
You're so eloquent in non-world interactions, non-Newly.
Basically, we hope you didn't have to talk about politics with your family at Christmas.
Yeah.
I almost did. It was really scary, but then I didn't.
That is the worst ever right there. Oh, we lost Matt.
No. I got to dodge my uncle this year.
Just his camera
mostly.
Out of the way.
Don't itch the fresh tattoo. I'm going to say that several times today.
Oh, did you get a new tattoo?
I did.
Very cool.
It's so finally jealous. Getting itchy.
I'm also in the jealous department. I need more tattoos. I only have the one, and I have been wanting more for a long time. But we are very far off topic. Hey, let's introduce ourselves. Oh, ye players. Hey, I've got it. Thanks for the Pikachus. Thanks, NYC, for the crit rolls. Let's introduce ourselves. Somebody roll me a D20 here, so I can give you all a glorious prompt of promptiness. Oh, all right. 15
take Nereus's. Yeah.
All right. Well, this is going to be interesting because, Matt, your camera keeps... Is it when you, toggle between tabs? Aha.
It shouldn't do that, though. Why? I mean...
I don't know.
I'm going to keep working on this.
Tablets are so wonky. Well, until that time.
Computers, are they?
Until that time. What we need are the Tony Stark things where you can pop the displays out and just do that. But in the meantime, friends who are here, please introduce yourself, introduce your character, and answer the question, does your character have any interest in the past? Whether through history, archaeology, anthropology, I don't know, debt collecting, etc., etc.
Debt collecting?
Sure, that's history. Back money? I guess that's history.
It's
definitely the past. Definitely the past. Whoa.
What is happening?
What is going on, Matt?
Oh my god, now he's vertical.
Oh god, what have you done to us? I mean, cute, but I don't know what's going on.
Okay, well, so this is going to be the Discord tablet now, and I'm just going to toggle Roll20 on the laptop, I guess. Anyway.
Gotcha.
It's annoying.
Oh, yeah, your videos... Is it dots for anybody else, or is it just me?
It's just you.
Cool.
Am I still sideways?
No, your video just...
Does this help? Tell me when I'm facing the right direction.
No, it's not. Your video is not the problem. It's two dots instead of actually. So I don't see whatever hilarious thing you're doing, and neither does anyone on stream.
No, it's perfect. Keep doing what you're doing, Matt.
Was it another crotch shot?
Better.
No.
Almost. You ever watch Spider-Man, the Tobey Maguire one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those.
Now imagine it's raining.
In an alley.
Wonderful.
Well, it's raining in Brooklyn right now.
It is a little raining.
Oh, really?
Huh. Try stopping and restarting your camera if you'd be so kind, Matt.
Again.
With pleasure.
Oh, thank you. Hey, now we're good. All right. Woof.
Am I normal?
Yep,
right.
You're normal now.
I'll try not to do any more shenanigans.
No,
Define normal.
Well, thank you for bearing with that crazy technical glitches. All right, people, introduce yourself, your character. Do you have anything in the past that are you down with the past? We're going to start at the top of this ladder with Amber.
Hello, I'm Amber. I play Greg the Goblin Artificer, and the past is freaking dope. Because in the past, there was a giant goblin empire, and they were ruled by this king, whose name I can't remember, but it's written down in my book, and I told the other book that I have to promise to return to the elf, that's recording everything that we're doing for history. And so anyway, there's the past, and it's really cool because goblins ruled the world.
Perfect. Nothing incorrect in that statement at all. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Next,
you're welcome.
Next rung down the ladder, we got Tanner.
I am Tanner playing Nereus, the Azamar sorcerer, and I would say, as a student of experience, Nereus is. He's not really the bookish type.
Sure.
Seeing it's all fun and good, but yeah.
Fair enough. Cool. Experience is definitely the past. And on the side of the ladder here, hanging on, we got Matt.
Sorry. Hello, I'm Matt. I'm playing Spoot, the Turtle Cleric. He just so happens to be pretty interested in history, as he likes to hang out in libraries and read a lot and a lot of other nerdy stuff. He mostly agrees with everything that Greg said, and is also pretty keen on finding out how the past shapes the future, like in the case of our current quest.
Yeah, you might say the past is coming back to bite y'all. So, good job. That's very good. Thank you all for that. I am Jared. I'm your humble dungeon master here on Nuuli Forged. I play everyone and everything else that is not the 5-player characters, and some are down with history, some know nothing about the past, some thoroughly rebuke it. It's all crazy. There's all sorts here on Nuuli and beyond. But
all kinds here.
All kinds here. The door's open. Come on. That being said, shall we dive into last time on Nuuli Forged?
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. Last time on Nuuli Forged, while searching for the mysterious Craghold, the stronghold of Oligar Greyclaw, and the enigmatic... Wait, nope, that's the wrong intro. We did that last time. That was last time.
Oh man.
Had to scroll up on my notepad.
This is like when you have the new season and it starts to recap everything. You're like,
no. Yeah.
Rewind. Right. For real.
Skip intro.
Last time on Nuuli Forged, our heroes saved Spoot from being skewered by the arrows of unseen archers. However, they definitely announced their presence to those who dwelt within the mysterious Craghold. The party retreated, but they were tracked by a mob of manticores who surrounded them and attacked them with stingers and claws and bites and tail barbs and all these horrible things. But the misfits were more than up to the task and dispatched them handily. The party kept moving until dark, evading some crazy, loud crashing noises they heard along the way, keeping within a range of Craghold, but trying to keep moving so as to avoid another ambush. But as the night closed in, the party knew they had to make camp because they were running low on fumes and they were going to get tired and exhausted. So they started to settle down, but as the night closed in, a rhythmic bopping, crushing kind of noise gave way to a loud crashing as emerging from the darkness through the trees, which it has splayed out and crushed to the ground, a massive floating spider has appeared from knocking over these trees and creating a clearing in this forest immediately in your area. Its multiple eyes alighting on the heroes despite their attempting to hide. It seems to be very aware of its surrounding as its many eyes glow and stare and look about towards you all in this moonlight. So the first thing I need everyone to do is to select their tokens and roll initiative.
Do you want me to do Sarah?
Yeah, I'll give you control of Olive for this evening. Do you want to run defect for the moment here? Amber?
Yeah, I can do that.
Cool. All right. You should have control of Olive there, Tanner. And
All right.
Amber, you should have now control of defect.
Yep, got him.
Great. Cool. Bink. All right. Yes, it is indeed a floating spider. It has since a lit on the ground a little bit here, but it is massive. It towers above trees, and it's easily 40 feet tall, like on its legs here. The legs are stretched out very, very wide, and it looks like it could eat a ship without, like a sailing ship, without any form of problem whatsoever. Or at least cause
that's fantastic.
serious damage. Yeah. Your little
We're gonna
canoes
need
and
a
fishing
bigger boat.
vessels back in Mucklow would not be much of a problem here. All right, so Spoot has a 4 on the initiative tracker. Is that correct?
Yeah, forgot that I don't have the thing in this computer.
No problem.
Whatever that's called. Beyond something.
D&D Beyond.
Beyond 20.
20.
Beyond 20. Gotcha.
Ba-dum.
All right.
Let's try.
Let's see. I have Greg, Defect, Spoot, Olive.
There we go. Olive rolled a 19, Nereus rolled a 12.
Oh, I think you selected... I think you had the token selected for Nereus. That's okay. I can add a Nereus turn. Nereus had the 12. Okay, bunk. Cool. Well, we're going to bring all of our friends over to this lovely snow clearing. And I'm going to give you all a chance to kind of... This is the rough area that you are in. But you could have hidden a little bit. So if you want to adjust yourselves, you may do so. Trip and Kruthi are kind of hiding behind this area, and Agarian is staying close to Spoot.
Me and my best friend are hanging out. Yeah, that's fair.
Cool. Well, everybody is content on their placement.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Because, indeed, a massive spider has appeared in front of you, and here it is.
No.
Yes. It is beautiful and huge in all the right ways.
It is huge.
Yes, it is.
Beautiful! I guess we could say in the eyes of the beholder.
Yes.
How many
perhaps
legs
the
does
would
spiders
like-
normally have?
Well,
8.
it's a spider-like
It's like
entity,
10.
so, it might have, maybe 2 of them are mandibles. We don't know. But hey,
Oh my god, it's so big.
it is big. And it is Defect's turn, with Olive on deck, followed by Greg. Y'all rolled some much higher initiatives than your adversaries here, which makes sense because you did hear it coming. So you're kind of like on guard for it.
Guess what?
Yeah.
Except for Spook.
There'll be some attacking.
Yeah.
And
Go
some
for it.
raging. Right?
Yeah.
Hang on, let me
Alright,
see.
yeah,
I'm
so-
not sure how many are left, actually.
Does he
because
have
I don't have
any
full
rages
access.
left to bonus action rage into?
I honestly don't know. Oh, yes. Okay, good. It is marked off. Yeah, he does. Great.
All right. Yeah. If you're piloting for him, just leave notes until he gets here.
Yeah,
All right.
I
cool.
wasn't sure that it would show up to date.
I mean,
Well,
it
anyway,
it
he's gonna
should.
rage and he's gonna hit. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I was worried.
Yeah, go for it.
Um,
You rush up to one of these massive legs that is currently sitting, crushing the snow beneath it.
It doesn't do it.
Ooh. But with a 10, Defect swings the axe just as the leg picks up a little bit to move or take a step, and over swings and slips in the ice and falls prone, ending his turn there.
Oh no. Not even a second attack.
No, it's kind of like bonked his head on the ice and kind of has a momentary, like, oh, see stars.
Oh man.
Unfortunate for Defect. Next up, we have Olive with Greg on deck, followed by Nereus.
All right. I would assume we didn't even get like a short rest in.
You did not, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, it's nowhere near any of that yet. Sorry, I'm not used to druid spells. We will just use. Oh shit, that's awesome. Speak with animals? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You can try. Maybe it's chatty.
Some of the
A creature.
Shelob, that you?
Or that the whirlwind enters its space, including when the whirlwind first appears. Alright, so I'm going to cast Whirlwind.
Oh, cool. Where is Whirlwind going to appear?
It's if I'm reading this right, it's 300 feet and it's a 10-foot cylinder.
Mm-hmm. So a 10-foot cylinder within 300 feet.
Alright, just like smack dab in the middle of it.
Cool. Whoosh.
And so it needs to make a DC 17 Dex saving throw.
Oh, interesting. Cool. What happens if a creature fails, just out of curiosity?
It says I posted it. Takes 10d6 bludgeoning, and in addition, a larger or smaller creature that fails its save must succeed strength save or become restrained. It's not. I'm assuming it's bigger than large.
Most decidedly, it is. It is gargantuan in size.
Okay, I figure as much, but
Yeah, but hey,
so it takes
go ahead, roll the damage.
10d6 bludgeoning. 35.
Ooh, very nice indeed.
It's not bad.
Actually,
Not bad at all. Wow.
it's
That was a lot
just
of
about
pretty good.
just about average.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
Only 1-1. But 2 6s. Wow.
Fantastic.
Does that look like it hurt as much as expected?
I mean, it definitely, like, some snow and rocks and stuff, like, have hit the thing. Seems to have hurt it, yeah. The creature doesn't seem extraordinarily phased, mind you. It is insanely large.
Right.
But, yeah, it's, it hurt it.
Alright. I was just gonna step back a little bit.
Okay.
That's it.
Let's see. Cool. Oh, actually. Okay, cool. Next up, we have Greg.
Bomb diggity. Greg is going to cast Fireball
I was about to say, it's a big bug, Greg.
Oh yeah, we're gonna burn this bug.
All right.
You know, over
Yeah.
here-ish.
You cast fireball. You summon, or you pull out your hammer and you
It's
clink
not-
the hammer. What?
I'm looking at the roll of damage.
Oh
Well, you go to clink the hammer and send off the spark, and as you do, nothing happens.
Wait, what?
What is your passive perception, Greg?
My passive perception is 10.
You don't know what happened, but your fireball didn't fireball.
What the what?
Do I know what happened?
My fireball didn't fireball. My fireball didn't fireball.
Your passive perception is what, Spoot?
20. Wait,
Yeah.
no. Yes. Wait.
Yeah, you don't know exactly what happened, but you swear over the whirlwind that has now appeared. You swear you heard some muttering.
Can I speak out of turn?
No. Anything
Oh,
else on your
not
turn,
Greg.
Greg?
Lots of pouting and swearing.
Fair. Yeah, you don't know why that happened.
Nope.
You're gonna stay there?
Oh, right, movement. That's a thing. Yeah, I'm gonna move over here.
All right. Cool.
No, I'm gonna move over here.
All right.
There you go.
Cool. Nereus, we are up to you. It's your turn. And Spoot, you're very on deck-ish. Emphasis on the ish.
No, I'm gonna stay right there. All right. I'm going to also attempt to burn the bug.
Okay. Yeah. You unleash your fireball, and your fireball works. So go ahead, roll damage.
All right.
Roll better than mine.
Suck it, Amber.
What?
This is a team effort. Kill dog together.
No, I was.
Kill it.
Actually, this might be some friendly competition might be good for Greg.
Yeah.
26 fire damage.
Oh, that's sad.
Why?
Why is that sad?
For
Why are
who?
we sad?
Oh
I
no, because it takes
Who's sad?
it takes all the damage.
Yay!
Aw,
Burn,
that's
baby,
spider.
burn. Spider, burn, no.
It's just a little spider getting all beat up like crazy.
Yeah, poor little spider.
I know,
The
right?
whirlwind just lights on
Defect, I
fire.
assume?
Yeah, there is a decided torrent.
This is very on brand.
Yeah. Oh, actually. Cool. Ba-da-ba-da. Okay. Cool. All right, cool. Yeah, Nearest, you fireball over the spider. Greg looking at you like, what the fuck, man? Anything else on your turn, Nereus? You're going to hang out there.
I step back a little bit. Just gonna go right there.
Okay. Well, Trip is going to send out a ray of frost that will not hit the entity, the big old spider. It is big and armored, and his spell just kind of bounces off, ching, or twinkle off. Well, I don't know how to make a twinkling noise. And then he and Kruthi kind of head over to a more hidden locale. Next up is the big old spider. Now, is there any kind of weird movement restrictions thing that this whirlwind does?
No, because it's too big.
Okay, great. Cool.
It's surely.
So what it does is it moves kind of off to the side.
Oh, on the start of its turn, it takes the save from the whirlwind.
Oh, it does? Okay. Remind me what that is. Is that Dex?
DC 17 Dex.
Okay. And if the fail occurs, it takes damage.
Ew. Another 27.
And,
It's a lot of ones.
And half on a success.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
That's pretty cool. So you got to damage it twice, basically, in one round.
Yeah. So what occurs next is it kind of like moves, and as it moves, it begins to float up into the air. And it kind of is floating now about 60 feet up. Or, yeah, about 40 feet up, I would say, with its movement. And then, a web shoots out towards Nereus and Olive. Nereus, that is a 20 to hit.
Yep.
And Olive, that is a 15 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. So what happens is this web fires out from this thing's spinnerets, like towards its mouth, and you are grappled by it, and it immediately reels you in a full 40 feet. So you are now up in its grill.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like all the way up in this action here. So you are up in its grill. You are currently grappled. Grappled condition. And this big toothy maw is all up on you. And you both will get a bite attack against you as well. Nereus, that is a 21 to hit.
Yep.
You take 17 piercing and 15 acid damage.
Ouch.
So that's
Wait, 17 piercing?
17 piercing.
And 15.
And 15 acid. As
Alright.
the venom from this thing, it's almost like it's like you would expect it to be like a poison, but it's got acid for some reason. Like it's designed to dissolve things. Very disturbing. Olive, it's a 21 to hit. Also for 17 piercing and 12 acid damage. So I will need a DC 14 con save for the whirlwind.
Hold on, I'm just doing health.
Mhm.
Minus 12. And a con save.
All right. Maintains
Nice.
concentration, which is exciting. Cool. So you've both been bitten. And then as you are like reeled up tight in the web, you can see some acid begins to pour out from like venom sacs, like by the front of these spinnerets, and the acid drips down and it kind of infuses into the web. And I need you both to make a Constitution saving throw.
"26 for Nereus
Wonderful.
and 12 for Olive."
Nereus, you take 6 additional points of acid damage as the acid infuses into the web and kind of destroys it, eats away at you a little bit, allowing the webs to kind of grip tighter into where it's burning you. Olive fails and takes a full... Hey, Neo Leo 04, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Olive takes the full 12 acid damage, and the acid burns so much that she becomes paralyzed.
Oh, crap.
So Olive is now under the paralyzed condition, which is all kinds of crazy. Cool, and that is the creature's actions and bonus actions. Wild times had by all. Next up, something rather interesting occurs. I just need to double check range here. Yes. Cool. So. Punk. And.
Right, but we get to start.
So what happens here? The first thing that happens is a big thing of webs appears in right over Agarian and Spoot. So I think you make a full. Let's see here. Yes. Yeah, big old thing of webs right over Agarian and Spoot. Cool. So let's see. Okay, cool. So nothing occurs yet, but these webs have like wrapped around you and Agarian Spoot. At the start of your turn, you'll need to make a dexterity saving throw. And you all see this, and you think this thing shoots webs as well as ropes. And then something even stranger appears.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. You see...
This is like when you let a 5-year-old play Dungeon Master. It's like, and then...
what you see is 5 skeletons rise up out of the snow.
Okay, who did that?
Nereus, what is your passive perception, if you please?
10.
You don't notice anything except these skeletons clawing out of the snow. There's like little wisps of black on the snow, and then like they form into bony hands and they claw out, which is disturbing in a way. And so these skeletons rise up and they attack the people near them. So Spoot, 2 of them attack you. Neither of them hit. They bounce off your shield. You're like, skeletons.
I hate you.
2 go for defect. The first one misses. The second one is a 21 to hit. because his armor is 18.
18.
Yeah, so the first one missed. The second one succeeds for 7 piercing damage with a short sword, reduced to 3. Oh, and here comes Defect right now.
Yay!
Just in time.
Yeah.
You just took 3 damage. You're raging. There are skeletons and a giant spider.
God. Awesome.
Me and Oliver
Kill
in
it!
its
Hurry!
flying mouth right now.
Yes, it is
Oh, yeah,
quite
that.
the battle.
It can float, by the way.
Yes, it is
I can
floating.
float too?
The spider
No.
is floating
The
about
spider
40
is
feet.
floating.
Yeah, the spider is floating
Yeah.
about 40 feet in the air. It has webbed out and latched onto Nereus and Olive and pulled it close to its jaws, bitten them both.
You
and
guys are giving me too much information. Just point at the direction and I will go and swing my axe.
There's a big
Look
thing
up.
in
you
front
gotta
of you,
go up.
and then there's 2 little things
Someone
next
make-
to you.
And somebody made
Someone
the little
make Defect
thing.
fly.
Yes.
Come on, give me the fairy dust.
Oh, I wish I had.
Initiate
Uh,
flying Defect.
and-
Get me,
Uh,
get me down from here first.
the final skeleton attacks Grig with a 7 to hit. So Grig, you
Nope.
dodge out of the way.
No, thank you.
Of these things. Yeah, it's not they don't quite get a surprise on you, like, because you saw them kind of rise up out of the ground, so you're like, oh shit. But that's where they are. Next up is Agarian. Agarian must make a where is Agarian? There it is. Must make a
That's his food,
dexterity saving throw, or be restrained. Not his best. Ooh, he might have made it. Hold on. Did he do it?
Tune in next week.
Oh, let's see. He just manages to pull himself out of the web and kind
Good
of
for him.
head over to aid Spoot. And he's going to attempt to destroy some skeletons here.
Good man.
Great sword. Natural 20 obliterates the first skeleton, just like slashes through with a bursting light from his great sword. Boom! No problem whatsoever. Second attack on the next skeleton also hits, and he's gonna smite the hell out of that to also destroy it. And then he will. I think the web is difficult terrain, but if they made the save, maybe not. Double checking. Web. 20 cube. No, it is still difficult terrain, so that was 10 feet, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, sure, he can make it to that guy. I'm going to say it. Third attack with his great sword will do some damage there. And so he does some more damage to the skeleton. Doesn't quite destroy this skeleton, however. Oh, actually, his smite doesn't do damage, which means he would have had to attack again. But so he will have used his second attack to destroy the second skeleton, and then moves up to be here to attack this third one on his next turn. And that will bring us to Spoot.
Yo.
Make a dexterity
This
saving
is-
throw, please, Spoot.
Forgot how to do that. Dex. Could I give myself guidance? Probably not.
No, not on a saving.
Oof, that's not good.
Okay, Spoot.
That's not good.
You are restrained in these webs.
Oof.
Ooh.
So
That
you
stinks.
are restrained. So your speed is 0. Attack rolls against you have advantage. Your attack rolls have disadvantage, and you have disadvantage on dex saves.
That's
But
excellent.
But you can use your action to make a strength check to see if you can get out of this thing.
How far away is this thing from me? It's 30 feet to its leg, but how far up is it?
So it's floating
Oh, it's
40
only 15
feet
feet.
in the air right now.
So that makes it like, what is it, 55 feet away to its nearest appendage?
Yeah, roughly.
We're not. I think we're only using
Ah.
non-Euclidean math.
Yeah, it's non-Euclidean math, so 45 feet would do it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I don't need to find the cosine or whatever.
No.
That's close enough. Let's try something. Does this thing? Sorry, quick history check for Spoot. Does this look like anything that he's aware of on this plane of existence?
Make a nature check. See if you know
The
anything.
suspense is killing me. It's still rolling. A 29.
All right. It 100% looks like a big version of a spider. But certainly no spider that you know about on Nuuli has ever floated or shown. There are some that like can use webs to glide on wind and that kind of stuff, but not float or hover like this thing seems to do. You get the immediate sense that this thing is A, definitely not from around here, and B, probably not even natural in and of itself.
Well, we're going to take a chance on something, I think. I'm going to cast Banishment. And here we go.
Ooh,
DC 18 Charisma save.
Ooh, let's
Or
see.
he will be banished for at least a minute if he belongs here.
Yeah, let's find out. Okay. So the spider vanishes, as do Nereus and Olive.
Ooh, that's not good.
Oops.
Didn't see that coming, I must admit.
So Nereus and
Because
Olive
they are-
vanish. They are wrapped up in its webs.
Does that count? Thought it was just a thing.
So
Oops.
I believe it is the objects the creature is holding as well.
Oh.
Which,
Yeah, but am I an object or a creature?
due to your current grappled condition, where you are wrapped up in its webs, you are counting as it is holding on to you.
Oh, okay.
If it was a smaller creature, it probably wouldn't be the case, but given the relative size, it does.
I don't see anything about the objects it's holding.
However, this thing
Can I
is
contest?
40 feet up. So, oh, that's hurtful. Your friends disappear with the big old spider. However, let's just see here. What you do see after the spider thing disappears, Bonk, along with your two friends, what you do see, you hear something smash into the ground, and you see a depression appear in the snow, and you hear it as coughing in the ground, prone. You see a man dressed entirely in black robes. The concentration he was holding on a spell is gone, and he has become visible to you all. He looks fairly beat up, but now this gentleman here is definitely appeared. and his eyes open wide as he realizes you can all see him now. So, you're holding concentration on that Bamf out. Cool. Defect, we go to you. You are prone on the ground. There are 2 skeletons on either side of you.
Great. I stand up. And I will swing at this one.
Yep, go for it.
You say they're skeletons?
Yep.
All right, then I'll do my weapon master fee. So I'll do the subtract 5 plus 10.
Cool.
Let's go. Okay, so 16 or nope, 11 to hit.
An 11 will not hit, unfortunately.
All right, and second swing, 20 to hit.
A 20 will absolutely hit. So that's 22 damage. You obliterate that skeleton.
Ah, sweet. So then with my bonus action, I'll turn around and swing at this guy.
Are you?
It'll just be a straight roll.
Okay, so no great weapon master.
No, I'm sorry. I'm doing my weapon master, so I'll do the minus.
Okay,
5
so just great weapon master.
but not. I'm not reckless.
Gotcha.
Nah, just
No,
a 9.
a 9, unfortunately, will not.
Should have been reckless.
Olive is currently in another plane of existence, so we go to Greg.
Well,
There's a skelly boy right next to you.
that's fine. I'm going to disengage.
Okay.
Bonus action and skim from my little tuchus over here. And I'm going to firebolt that guy that just showed up.
Cool. Make an attack with disadvantage.
22.
22 will absolutely hit.
That's some great firebolt damage.
Oh my god.
Ching! He's in snow. Like, the firebolt absorbs some of the damage, so,
It almost, though, is minimum.
Wow. Wonderful. Anything else, Greg? I think you're muted. Oh, there you go.
Oh, no. My computer lost USB for a second? I don't know. Anyway, did you hear me say Fury of the Small?
No, but you absolutely may.
Great. I'm going to throw some Fury, so it's 18 total.
All right, so that's another 13 damage.
Yes, please.
Oh, wait, and your Arcane Firearm.
Oh my god, because I keep forgetting that doesn't automatically do it. Plus 5 more.
Plus another 5 more. All right. Yep. All right. Cool.
Ha!
Yeah, this guy looks like he fell about 60 feet, got blasted by some stuff. His hair's all messed up. Perhaps he was caught in the whirlwind. Who's to say?
No, just no. You did this. Greg screams.
Anything else, Greg?
No, that's it.
All right. Nereus is currently MIA. We go to Trip. Trip is going to Ray of Frost, the human he now sees, but an 11 will miss entirely. The spider is gone. We get to our friend on the ground here. He's going to stand up. And what's he gonna do? Let's see. His spells are changed out because this was not what he was anticipating today. Let's see. Yeah. He stands up, looks at you all, and says, "The Ibn Shade will not be denied," and poof, disappears.
Dang it.
Greg, you can make an Arcana check if you would like, to see if you know what spell he cast.
Yeah, okay.
Who goes?
Natural 20, total of 29.
Greg, if there's one thing you recognize, it's a fucking get out of dodge spell, that son of a bitch just cast Dimension Door.
Dimension door? What a pussy! I mean, wait. Sorry.
You just hear counter spell on the wind as they try
I wish.
from wherever the fuck I am, the pillow dimension.
That punk.
It is a harmless plane.
Yes, you're not taking any damage. You're just kind of floating.
You're just over there.
If you, in fact, go there.
I just
With
start having a
spiders.
chat with the spider.
The skeletons are
How
going to
are
keep
you?
skeletoning. One attacks defect for... Nope, 17's not going to do it. This one will amble up back to Grig. And short sword attack. That's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Grig, you take 6 piercing damage.
Great. Great.
Agarian maneuvers around, attacks Skelly Boy with... Oh,
Hello.
hello. with his greatsword, totally smashes in. Second attack utterly destroys it. So 2 attacks to destroy it. So close. After the first attack, it only had 1 hit point left. And then he's going to finish his movement heading in the direction of Grig. Spoot, we go to you. You are currently restrained by webbing. You may make a strength check to get out of it.
With guy? No. Yes. Does guidance count on a check? Is it just the saving? It does count on checks.
Checks, yeah. But you tear yourself free. You are no longer restrained. You did use your action
I
to
did it
break
right.
out of it, however.
Oops, I didn't do it right. Great. Do I need to move my position? I'll stand on this guy.
Cool.
And where are we all? Okay. Everybody dead? Or there's still skeletons left?
Yeah, or dead.
There is 1 skeleton standing up. So if you have a bonus action you would like to cast, you may do so.
I guess not. So, okay. I'm just going to get a little closer to defect here.
Cool. Alright, cool. Well, defect, it's your turn. What would
Awesome.
you like to do?
Going to save my best friend Grig.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do my weapon master feat again. Do my axe. A 15 to hit.
That will hit, and you will obliterate that skeleton.
Nice.
A shower of bones off to the side. Ting, 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 ting.
Such dead.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right.
Well, where's this spider now?
The spider its location is unknown. Grig, you gonna want to do anything here? Essentially, you guys can like position yourselves if you want to. But other than that, Spoot's really the one who's got the finger on the pulse of this now.
Yeah. How tall are these trees that are around us?
They vary in height between like 30 feet and 80 feet.
Cool. I'm gonna do something fun and take a potion of climbing.
Okay.
And I'm gonna climb up this tree.
All right. Yeah, totally.
Cause why not?
Yeah.
I have those.
Yeah. So you can climb up that tree. I think it just gives you a climbing tree equal to your speed, right?
Yes.
Or 30 feet.
Yep.
Cool. So yeah, so you get 20 feet up this tree here.
Great. I also have advantage on strength checks made to climb.
Wonderful. Cool. Yeah, it's pretty easy because the branches are big and, you know.
Lovely. I'm gonna just skitter on up a tree and be hanging out up there.
Yeah, not a problem. Trip is just going to kind of circle around over to Spoot and be like, well, what do you want to do? All the skeletons are destroyed. Agarian also goes over to Spoot and looks at him like, I believe the option is yours. I'm not sure why your friends were removed with your spell.
I have an idea, but it doesn't matter. I think we should be prepared for everything coming back as soon as the spell ends. So let's take this moment to prepare, shall we?
I am ready. And you see he's just in a defensive stance. Knowing that this creature is floating, he puts away his greatsword and pulls out a short bow.
Yes, everyone could hold an action that the moment they see a giant spider reappear, they could attack it with their favorite ranged flavor.
Yeah, I'll bring out my javelin.
Cool.
And I will be prepared the moment that I see our friends reappear to heal them in case they need it.
All right, cool. So 6 seconds goes around. The spider is invisible. Everybody's holding a ranged attack. Defect is holding his javelin. Agarian's holding an arrow nocked in a short bow. Greg, what are you holding?
I
Firebolt?
mean, yes, I'll hold Firebolt if we're
Cool.
going
You can
for it.
also have climbed another 30 feet up in the air, so you're 50 feet up in the tree.
Okay, I'm gonna climb as high as seems accurate and like appropriate for this tree. And yeah, I'll hold fire.
Cool, yeah. There's another like 10 feet, but above that it starts to get a little like wibbly
Yeah,
wobbly.
yeah. I'm not gonna wibble wobble.
Cool.
No wibble wobble.
No wibble wobble.
Uh,
We're resisting the wobble.
And Spoot, we get back to your turn. You can choose to be holding a ranged attack as well. Or you could have chosen it on the first round, I guess. But
Yeah, why not? I'll choose to hold. Darn it. Let me see where my thing is. I'll choose to hold guiding bolt on this thing.
all right. So you, all your friends are holding an action. You conjure the guiding bolt spell into your hand, and then on your turn you drop the concentration on banishment. Question mark?
Yes. Yeah, I think so. Wait a minute. Actually, let me read the rules of this thing real fast.
You can always choose to end concentration on an effect.
Well, I guess this is where my interpretation of what's going to happen it might be different, because if the creature was in fact from another realm, it should stay behind. But the other
Well,
creature
that's
should
only if you
not.
maintain concentration on it for the duration.
Exactly. Which is what I was going to try to do, but it seems in our current
I mean, is
Yeah,
that what you want to do?
seems in our current interpretation that could lose our friends forever.
Well, you don't know where it banished to, so
Well, I mean, if it stays behind and they're attached to it, and that's what's happening, then they could also stay behind. So I think I do have to end this spell to guarantee that everything returns. So yeah, I'll end the spell.
all right.
Contested or not, this is what I must do, I suppose.
I will happily explain to you why later.
I just don't want my friends to die
No, that's totally
or
fine.
be banished.
But you have everybody lined up, and then poof, your friends appear still wrapped, seemingly not harmed any further, which is
Okay.
good. But the spider also appears not harmed any further. But all of you can fire off your held attacks. Spoot, let's start with you. Go ahead, fire off your guiding bolt.
Okay, I'm doing this as a second level spell.
Wonderful.
Let's hope it hits. Maybe this will give Defect a chance to hit it with his javelin. 28.
28 absolutely hits it, giving the next attack on it advantage, which would be defect's javelin. Go ahead, roll that defect. So you have advantage on the strike, remember. So 17 will hit for 8 piercing damage. Very nice. And it looks like your javelin just barely gets through. Like a little turtle was kind of circling an area, and you throw it, and the turtle gets out of the way at the last minute, and it dives into the rock, just barely clicking off part of the exoskeleton. But it does hurt it.
Is it the turtle with the razor blades?
No, this is a turtle with a little jackhammer.
Oh, okay.
Greg.
Sorry, quick question. Does radiant damage, does the damage tag mean anything when I hit it with guiding bolt?
The radiant damage doesn't seem to affect it any more or less than you would anticipate. Greg, go off, do your firebolt. 15, you blast out, and fire mars the surface of this thing. Doesn't look like it was enough force to get through the exoskeleton, however.
That's too bad.
Agarian fires his short bow. But he is not good at it, and nope, doesn't work. Trip fires off a ray of frost. Also not doing much of anything. All right, so that's what happens. And then we go to the top of the round. Defect, it is your turn.
And it's still floating in the sky, right?
Oh, does your rage end if you don't attack and or are not attacked?
Correct.
So then your rage would be gone at the moment.
I know.
Okay. Are you going to re-rage or no?
I will. Yes.
All right. Cool.
But the spider is still floating, right?
Yes. It appeared right where it was, so it's 40 feet above the ground.
Okay. So I am raging, and I am reckless.
Mm-hmm.
Does the advantage of guiding bolt only go for one?
It goes for the very next attack on it, which was his.
Okay. So it's gotcha.
A 22 will hit for 7 piercing damage. And then the javelin returns to you, and you can throw it again.
Thank you.
Another 22 hits for 9 more piercing damage. Very cool. Wonderful. That brings us to Olive, who... that whirlwind is still swirling around over there. However, she is grappled and restrained at the moment.
Paralyzed.
Oh, that's right. She's paralyzed. That is a little bit different. Actually, she may not be paralyzed anymore. Let me just check something on this. Olive is no longer paralyzed. By the time she pops out, she's not paralyzed. You are both still grappled and wound up in webs, but otherwise, you're good to go.
To know. Good to know.
Yeah.
Does that change what I'm gonna do?
Grig, you are on deck.
God. This is so stupid. There's. Let's see. Yeah, Olive is just going to first. Wait, how much health does? No, Olive is gonna healing word herself first.
Okay.
So 3rd level healing word 3d. What is that? 3d4 plus 4.
Okay.
Unfortunate 10. All right.
All right.
And that's it for now. Wait, action. Does she?
Any bonus actions she
We're
would like
just.
to do?
No, that is bonus action.
Okay.
Poison spray.
Oh yeah, that's a cantrip, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Is it 10 feet away from it?
Oh yeah, you are right up in its face. Olive is right up in its face.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I'll do contagion. Contagion. Poison spray.
Yeah, do it.
Yes. I hate when I'm not playing my character because I don't know whether or not something's going. So DC 17 con save.
Wow. It rolled really shitty.
Yay!
It has. Yeah, and it just didn't. It rolled shitty. All right. Yeah, it takes the full 12 right across the side of its face, I guess. But yeah, just getting out that little bit, just right alongside. Doesn't quite get in its mouth because she is grappled and wrapped up in webbing, so she kind of like lets it out through a.
She slathers herself in it. She's like
tied hand. Cool. Great news from Olive. Next we go to Grig. Nereus is on deck.
Great. Grig's gonna do a Grig Classic. Firebolt. 23 for 22 plus a d8 of damage. Oh god, the worst d8 ever.
Yeah, 23 fire damage. Smashes into the back of this thing without issue.
Stop it some more.
Cool. Nereus, we go to you. You are grappled within this webbing. You can try to escape it if you are so inclined.
Can I touch Olive?
Thunder.
Let's see. You are grappled. It pulled you in close. I think so. Because grapple doesn't
you can
mean
still do a
you
weapon
can't
attack.
do anything. Yeah, you're right next to it, and yeah, you can totally grab Olive's hand.
I grab Olive's hand and use Thunder Step.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm gonna need a DC 20 con saving throw.
All right. Let's see if it rolls any better. It rolled better, but didn't make the DC 20.
22 thunder damage.
Oof. Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
because it's within distance of me, it takes another half my sorcerer level, I think.
All right. So it takes another 6.
Something like that. Yeah, 6.
Cool. So yeah.
I'll just add another 6 thunder damage to it.
Yeah. It just a little bit of spark, ching, and thunder deepens your soul, and you teleport 200 feet, 300 feet. What's
No,
the
it's 90.
Okay. You can safely teleport to the ground.
We're just gonna go behind this tree over here.
Wonderful.
Can I be like teleport kind of like out of its vision? Or like try to be like as much away from its face as I can teleport, like under the tree. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you can teleport like out of where you think it's got a sight line. Sure.
Yeah, just to be like under the tree, essentially.
Yeah. You can 100% do that. Whether or not you don't know how effective it is, but easy enough for you to do. You got clear line of sight on it. Anything else?
No. Yes?
Right. Okay. What you got?
No.
No. Okay.
Wait, yes, I'm gonna run over towards Spoot. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
Oh wait, I
very
can
cool.
make it one more square.
All right. Very cool. Very cool. Next up is Trip. Trip does what Trip does and Rays of Frost. And it pounces off the thing's shell. And you hear mutter, I gotta get better spells. Next we go to the spider. The spider shoots out webbing. Let me check something here. Does it? Nope. Okay, good. So it shoots webbing out at Spoot and Nereus.
I gotta say, perhaps we should not have stood so close to each other.
Well, I have a plan.
Spoot, that is a 15 to hit, so you evade the webbing. You manage to duck out of the way. Nereus, however, that's a 28 to hit, and you become grappled by it.
We're doing this again.
Yeah. And you are drawn right up to it, about 45, 60 feet or so. Yeah. And it's gonna bite at you twice, because you're the only one there now. Grappled. It's gonna bite you. That's a 31 to hit. 16 piercing and 10 acid. So that's 26. And then a 25 to hit for 13 piercing and 12 acid. So 26 and 25 in total. The creature's bonus action does not recharge, which is good for you.
Ooh.
I'm hurting.
And so we go to Agarian. Agarian can only really fire his short bow at the moment, so he launches 3 short bows. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Oh, he's so bad with his short bow. He's just hitting chitinous armor, and the arrows are just ting, 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 deflecting off. And he shouts, "If you have any powerful spells left, it would be a good time to use it, friend Spoot." And Spoot, it is your turn.
Okay, friend Spoot's gonna try to use push to talk and his character sheet at the same time.
Right. Well, what do you got, Spoot? You definitely
This
see
is the worst
Nereus
interface ever.
is like wrapped up in this thing, and the webs are surrounding it, and it just bit him twice.
Nereus is not having
Yeah.
a day.
He's not having a good day at all. Can I medicine check this creature real fast?
Yeah, go for it.
Don't worry, Defect, I'm tanking it.
Cool. On a 20.
Dirty 20.
On a dirty 20. What you see, this creature is hurt. It's hard to say how resilient it is, because you haven't been doing a lot to it overall. But it hasn't seemed like it's been resistant to any of the damages that you've all thrown at it. It just seems like it's made of pretty hard substance, and it definitely does a lot of damage to people when it attacks. It's hurt. You wouldn't say it's like in a bloodied state or anything like that, but it is marked up and beaten up. You don't think it's impossible to hurt it, but it is. Your friend is also in danger at the moment.
Yeah.
On a dirty 20, you can tell that Nereus is super hurt.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to find the best way to. I can't do 2 things at once, as my friend would suggest. So that's a touch spell, so that ain't gonna either. One second. Pretty sure. I guess now's the time to do it. I think everyone is within 30 feet of me. No, Nereus is not, is he?
No,
He's not
Nereus
40 feet
is
in the air.
much higher in the air. Nereus is
Dang,
close to
that's-
like 60 feet up.
There is one
Given
spell
the
that
size
will
of this
reach me.
floating creature.
Oh, the radius is the whole double thing. Yeah. So we're fine. Okay, we're fine. We'll still reach. Right?
Well, what's
Not
the
diameter,
radius?
radius, so it's. The radius is 30 feet, so that would be a 60-foot diameter. Is that right?
Yes, from wherever the center point is.
Yeah, so if I put that center point, let's see here. Where's 30 feet? On me. No, not on me. It's on the spider's leg? I don't know. Somewhere that it would reach Nereus and then also reach the ground.
And it's a sphere?
Does it have to be like a... Yeah, it's a sphere. Does it need to be a physical object that it's cast on, or can it be...
No, it can be a point.
Okay.
So, just remember, if you cast a sphere up, it becomes thinner on the bottom. So, like, imagine a basketball. It's not as wide on the bottom as it is in the middle.
Oh, it's like globe-shaped.
Correct. That would be a sphere.
A sphere was a basketball.
The same thing.
Not a flat basketball.
Mm.
Oh,
So-
I see what you're saying. Okay, you don't mean that it's lost air, that it's just... Yeah.
Yeah. Just that it is
This
like
is difficult to...
the radius is smaller the farther away from the center.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, obviously. This is difficult to imagine in this 2D plane, but what I'm trying to do is cast Mass Cure Wounds in a fashion that it would hit the clump of us over here, and
But
also
nobody else
touch
is
friend
paying
Nereus.
Um,
Nobody else is what? How much healing do you want, sir? You can...
I will
or
go
none?
down the next time I'm hit.
You do notice that, like, other than Olive, none of your other friends have really been hit by this thing yet.
Yeah, well. All right.
Like,
You don't
you've
seem
seen
to
this thing
understand
not
what kind
do
of
much
spells I
damage to
have.
anybody else.
Oh, actually, I do have a spell that I could do. All right, here. Here you go. This is a single cast thing to a person.
There we go.
I forgot I had that. So I was looking at all the options. I was like, either
yes.
you get Mass Cure Wounds or you
Heal.
get Healing Words. So either you get 4 points or you can get more than 4 points.
Heal will
This'll do.
definitely do it.
That's
70
what
points.
I needed.
Yeah.
All right, now I can keep tanking.
Don't waste it. There you go.
Nereus the tanking
I know, I also
sorcerer.
I feel like it's honestly what I do the most.
It happens pretty frequently. It does.
Good job, Spoot. Anything else on your turn?
That is all I can do because I cast a spell. I have no bonus actions. I can go
Well, you
into
can
a
move if you want.
Does the webs count as a ranged attack?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, I'm going to go over here. 25, 30, whatever 30 feet is.
Cool.
And I'm going to answer my shell.
Alright. Defect, we are up to you.
Okay. I am reckless, and I'm using my weapon Master Feat.
Okay.
A 21 to hit.
That will hit for 20 damage.
And same thing, 21 to hit for
Yeah,
16
for
damage.
16 damage. Very nice. Yeah, chipping away big pieces of armor and like
Yeah, that feels
whatever
nicer.
body this thing has, just like ping, ping. The javelin driving deep into it. Next up, we have Olive.
Olive is gonna turn towards Agarian and be like, I need you to trust me with this. And she's gonna cast Polymorph.
Okay. What does she turn Agarian into?
Giant ape. 'Cause
Okay.
that has a ranged attack.
Yeah, so a giant ape is what? It's so this goes away.
I think it's the yeah.
It's a huge creature.
I think so, yeah.
All right.
And it has a multi-attack and a ranged weapon attack.
Well, it might, but I think it needs to like have a rock to pick up.
It just says rock.
Yes, but it doesn't magically create a rock.
You just grab a rock from the ground.
Quick!
But
Quick! Someone magically create a rock.
There's trees.
there's a lot of stuff on the ground. You're in a forest. It's probably not going to be a problem. All right. Cool.
Or it can just jump up, grab the leg, pull it down.
Yeah. Who knows? All right. So that's what Olive does. Anything else from Olive?
Nope.
Right. Grig, you are 50 feet up in a tree.
That's me. I'm hanging out in a tree to make me best friends with this guy.
Mhm.
Firebolt.
24 will do it.
Total of 24 damage.
Very nice. Ching.
Poof. Nice not shooting up. Just straight at this big thing.
Wonderful. Anything else?
No. I'm just gonna hang out in my tree.
All right, Nereus, you are bound in a floating spider's web. What will you do?
Let me think. This thing's just gonna drag me back up here again.
I mean, you're not the only one hurting it now, so you never know.
I guess. I'm right up in its grill, right?
Oh yeah, like it bit you, so you're right up in there.
You know what? Fuck it, we're gonna get use out of this damage resistance. Point blank fireball.
So on you and the creature?
Yeah.
Holy shit, baller move. All right, yeah.
Yeah, you just had 70 health points.
You grin and self-detonate on this thing. It fails the dex save. Rolls a 7.
All right. Well, actually, first, let me side note. I'm going to burn a first level spell slot to get back a sorcery point first. Then self-detonate.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to use transmuted spell to make it lightning.
Nice. All right.
All
so
right,
roll
so
that
now-
lightning damage as
Now
a ball of lightning just
You just hear
surrounding the
Nereus
creature
chuckling.
and Nereus.
Just hear Nereus chuckling up in the air and just explode. Oh shit, no, we're gonna re-roll that too. We're gonna re-roll 2, 4, 6. That 2, 4, 6. Yeah, we're just gonna re-roll 6 points of damage.
All right, so down to 29, and then go ahead, roll.
Much better.
Yeah, so 39, 44 points of damage. So it takes 44 points of lightning damage. You would take 22. Because you are resistant to lightning damage.
Yeah, and I failed my own dex save.
Yeah. So you self-detonate and cackling lightning. And you swear, Nereus, that you feel a hand like kind of pat you on the back. Like, good job, kiddo. But there's no one there.
Oh wait, because I casted a spell also, it takes an extra 6 points of damage.
That is true. Thank you. Yeah, you
I need to remember to use that, because everything seems to be up at my grill.
Yeah. Trip is gonna do what Trip does. He hits the creature for 1 point of cold.
Oh, big numbers, big numbers.
But
Trip, just save your spell slots, buddy. It's okay.
Its speed is, well, it's a cantrip, so it doesn't do anything. Its speed is reduced by 10. So good job, Trip.
Well, that might be something.
We now go to the spider. The spider unleashes 2 webs. Oh yay. One at Spoot and one at Greg. Greg, I'm going to say that you have cover in this tree. You have partial cover, so you get a +2 to your armor class.
I accept.
So Spoot, that is a 16 to hit, so that will miss you. And a 19 to hit you, Greg.
Shield.
Ching! The red shield. You can see that web is coming right for you, and you ching, knock it out. So the creature floats up about another. Well, actually, no, it's going to stay there because it's not getting whatever. So it's just going to try to bite Nereus then. But misses on the first attack.
Nice.
With a natural 1.
So it falls out of the air.
And a 25 on the second attack. For 21 piercing and 12 acid damage.
Wait, nothing happens on a... Wait, how much piercing?
21.
Oh,
Yeah, these are big fangs that are biting at you.
Alright, now we need to get the fuck out of here.
Yep. I will say, on the natural 1, it looks like it bit some of its own web. And it looks like the web is a little thin in one point. That is currently grappling you.
Let me break out with my noodle arms.
So essentially it looks like it might be easier to break out of the web now. Okay. Agarian. Agarian is going to make a perception check. Well, he's polymorphed, so he's a giant ape.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so let's see. Alright, perception check from a giant ape is what? Oh, damn it, I hate when it does that. Perception check. +4. Roll. Alright, yeah, so he looks around, he picks up a big branch of one of those trees that got felled and chucks it at this thing.
I kind of want him to like climb up the legs and just start beating the shit out.
A 26 absolutely hits. And for this massive like tree trunk, just slams into the side of this body of this massive floating spider. He deals 28 damage to the thing. The spider, by the way, is looking like bruised and battered. Like it's definitely hurting, but like it still looks pretty beefy. But that is its turn because he only gets to do that once. Fuck it. He'll make an athletics check. Maybe he can climb up there. So let's see. He's 15 feet tall. It's 40 feet in the air. No, he can't jump that high. That's dumb.
There's a tree.
That tree will not support a giant ape.
It can't slingshot him?
No. Not in the winter. Maybe in the spring or the summer it could, but not in the winter. Alright, so we go to Spoot. Defect, you are on deck.
Yikes. Bonus action, emerge.
Alright.
And once I have emerged, can I perception check under this thing's belly to see if there's a weak spot?
Sure, go for it.
Oh, 21.
Cool. With a 21, you can tell that this creature's like chitinous exoskeleton covers its entire body. And the body itself is like dense and almost rock-like. In fact, now that you look at the creature, like really give it a once-over, it looks like rock. Like if it wasn't moving and like making all these attack motions, you would not be able to tell it wasn't rock.
I think I have something that hurts rock, but of course, it's not prepared.
Magma.
I definitely don't have magma.
Destroy rock.
Destroy. Wow, there's
Well, I will say it
something.
looks like rock, but it is decidedly organic. It is not rock. It just looks like that.
Okay.
Do you have any more banishment left?
Well, I mean, yeah, I can banish it again. You're gonna go with it, though.
You can hold it until I escape.
It's a very
Spoot, what
good
would you like
point.
to do?
Although I don't know if us running is going to dissuade it from following us. Let's see. Why don't I try? Could I cast confusion in a place that it would not touch? Nereus. I think I can
Yeah,
it's only like
because
a
it's high enough up. Like if you cast it like above someone else, but just so the creature's in it, then yeah, you can totally do that.
Okay.
Be confused.
Let me reread confusion because I've made this mistake before, so I don't want to actually hurt Nereus worse in this process. There may be a reason. Sorry, I don't have a mouse. This is much harder than I thought it was going to be.
Confusion, you said?
Confusion. Yeah, there is a chance it could still attack Nereus, but it is a lower chance. No, that's not worth it. All right. Is there anything could I target the web to help free Nereus?
Sure.
It sounds like it'd be hard. Would it have to be like a physical attack, or could it be a spell attack?
It could be a spell attack, sure.
Why don't we try doing a spiritual weapon?
Yeah, you can summon your spiritual weapon within 60 feet, right?
Within 60 feet, indeed, and then I can move it every 20 feet, so it would hit it. Okay, let's do that.
Yeah.
And then I'll attack with that.
There'd be a strong, tiny club.
All right.
It's so small.
It's not. It's so small.
The turtle club
but that-
appears.
It's been a minute since I used this, so did the first casting count as the action, or is it still only a bonus action?
So
It's all a bonus action.
it takes the action to cast it, but as part of the casting, it gets to make the attack.
Okay, so I only get one hit this time. All right, we'll do we'll walk this thing this time around. I know it's not going to do much, but
Yeah.
I'm going to try to target the web holding Nereus.
Yeah.
It didn't go. Oh, there it goes. 23.
A 23 to hit, with 11 force damage. You see that your turtle club materializes and you see strands of the webbing flip and cut apart. The weapon looks much weaker now.
All right, I'm going to, having done that, now get behind this thing, if I may. I assume it's facing the direction it's facing at this current moment.
It's kind of constantly rotating. Like it's got eyes all over its head, so it's looking around.
Yeah, okay, that doesn't matter. All right, and I'll stay separated from people. All right.
Yeah, like it knows where you all are. Like it's not blinded in any capacity. Cool. Anything else from you, Spoot?
No, that's it.
All right, defect. We're up to you.
Right.
All of is on.
Reckless and Weapon Master feat.
All right, do it.
A 22 to hit.
Yes.
16.
For 16 damage, we'll absolutely do it.
Ooh, and this.
However,
one
an 8 will not.
8. All right.
All right, we go now to Olive.
All right. Oh, wrong character sheet. Olive is so far away from it. That's touch. That's concentration. Transport via plants.
Get the fuck out of Dodge.
And this thing is 40 feet off the ground, right?
Correct. So the main body is a little bit higher, but like that's where like the legs are.
Can't even hit it with a blight. Olive is just going to kick some dirt and cast a healing word at Nereus.
All right, cool. Greg, we are back to you.
Guess what? Actually, I'm changing it up. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I noticed it was stone too.
So like it's not made of stone, but like if it wasn't moving, like it would be impossible to distinguish it from stone. Like it's got camouflage essentially.
Got it. Okay, never mind. I'm doing the same thing. Firebolt. Oh.
An 11,
No.
unfortunately, it ching.
Sad face.
Little ash on it, but no apparent damage.
All right, too bad.
All right, Nereus.
Thunderstep.
All right, go for it.
DC 20 con saving throw, please.
Yeah. Let's see if it rolls well this time or not. It does not roll well. Like ever, apparently. All right. It takes all the damage.
Ugh. 20. Literally half. Damn.
All right. So, so 26, right? Because of your.
Oh yeah, 26 thunder damage.
Cool. And you, the grapple is broken by your teleport.
I'm gonna go over here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nereus laughed maniacally again as he explodes again out of the spider's
Cool.
grasp.
Anything
I'm getting so much thunderstep use in this damn region.
Yeah, it's great. Anything else on your turn?
No. No, that's it.
All right. Trip is going to Ray of Frost. Natural 20! Good job, Trip.
Yay!
4 points of cold damage. Good job, Trip. The spider is going to unleash a web attack on Grig and a web attack on the big ape thing. Grig, it misses you because of your partial cover that you have in this tree.
Great.
Yeah, pull the ape to your face.
Because your armor class is normally a 15, right?
14.
14. So it'd be plus 2, 16. So yeah, it would still miss you. You get a sense because you are hidden so well in these branches, or you're small enough in these branches that is what saves you here.
Yay!
The ape, however, is decidedly entangled. So it is grappled, and then the ape is pulled up into the air by this creature. And 2 bites on the ape. So, let's see. It has 157 hit points. Armor class of 12. Interesting. So it rolled a nat 1. But it would still have hit. But nat 1 is a miss, so...
I was about to say, it definitely was the last time I did it.
Yeah. I just think it's funny. It can't possibly miss, but somehow does.
That's my favorite thing. When I was playing Baldur's Gate, I had to hit a persuasion skill check, and with my modifiers, I would have passed, except I rolled a nat 1. I was like, no.
All right. Cool.
Do you save scum, or do you just roll with it?
I just rolled with it.
All right. So now we go to Giant Ape Agarian, who is grappled. so it's just gonna try to fist this fucking spider because now it's right up in its face.
2 fists.
Yeah. Oh, both attacks hit for very nice damage. Yeah.
Now is it a King Kong fight?
Oops. I had the wrong thing selected. It's pretty kaiju up in here, yeah. Yeah. However, it is going to use its. Oh, yeah. Well, on its turn, I forgot. Well, we'll see if it survives to remedy its mistake. All right, Spoot. That brings us to you. What would
Sorry,
you
I'm
like
so
to do?
confused how this works. Forget which button I'm supposed to press. All right, well, so what's his face is free. What do I do? I wonder if we're gonna let Agarian break free, or if he's gonna just pummel this thing since it's up in its grill. But why don't we try doing the same thing? Spiritual weapon, try to break the webbing holding Agarian.
Yeah, go for it.
So,
I'm going to say the webbing,
find the damn thing.
the sheer volume of webbing is going to give it some more hit points, but that's all.
That's fair. Well, you know what? I'll tell you what. Monkey do what it do best, and it can punch. So we'll just attack the spider.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Probably not going to hit. 19. Ooh, maybe 19.
19 absolutely hits, and it
13
takes
force
13
damage.
force turtle damage. Yeah.
And then I would Sacred Flame this mofo.
Okay, go for it. That's a dex save.
DC 18
Nice
dex save.
damage.
Surprisingly, a giant spider, like a massive spider of this size, not very dexterous. So it takes
But it rolls well? Oh, okay. Okay.
no,
It's like,
not
wait a
at
minute.
all. In fact, not at all.
Oh, good.
It takes
Sure, that
it takes
wasn't
all that damage.
35 points is not a bad round for a cleric using his cantrip in a bonus action.
Yeah, that's pretty great. Defect, we go to you. Oh, defect, MIA. All right. Well, we'll come back to defect. What would Olive like to do?
The Olive is just gonna keep it at the giant ape.
All right, so she's just kind of hiding there, doing her thing.
Yeah,
Alright.
everything is concentration, or it's too far away.
Gotcha.
And she
All
has
right,
no wild types,
defect.
so.
Go ahead, throw your javelin.
Yes, sir. Reckless and. Oops. Sorry, that's an axe. Ooh. No, that doesn't hit. That one will hit. 21 for 17.
21 definitely hits. 17 damage. Very nice. Very cool. All right, we go to Greg.
Well, guess what? I'm full of surprises.
Go
Do
for
the
it.
thing. Aw, it's
A
only
15,
15.
unfortunately, is not enough to burn through the armor of this thing.
This is not fun anymore. Out of curiosity, did that guy go? Can I take a sec? I guess I've shot my firebolt off. Maybe that's my entire thing. But is that guy still gone? I want to make sure nobody
Make a
came
perception check.
back. All right. Oh, I'm really good at this.
Looking down the tree, you see branches. You don't see the guy in the branches.
I'm in a tree.
Nereus, we go to you.
We're gonna run over to Defect and be like, sorry, I've been trying to do this all evening. And I touch Defect and I make him fly.
All right, cast Fly on Defect.
Yes.
All right.
And myself, just because I can.
Sure.
I only have a
Join
4th
the
level
main.
spell slot left, so it targets 2 people.
Fair enough. All right, so you are both endowed with the power of flight. Trip hits again with a mighty 1 point of cold damage. The spider is going... Well, Spoot's right out in the open, so it's going to shoot a web at Spoot and a web at Defect.
I guess I should have hidden. Use
that
the
is-
trees.
That is
Trees
a
are
natural 20 against Spoot. And a 17 against Defect, so that misses. So you are grappled, Spoot, by this
Cool.
web. It wraps itself around you, sticks to you, and then it reels you right up to its mouth. Bonk. And then it's going to bite both you and the monkey. So Spoot, that is a 16 to hit, so that misses you. And a 23 will definitely bite the monkey. That's 32, all things considered. Great. And then I need both. Spoot, I need a con saving throw as acid leaks into the web from like these acid sacs in its mouth and attempts to burn its way into you. Oh, the giant ape rolls a natural 20. Good job, Agarian.
Con saving throw, yeah?
Correct. Fantastic.
No.
That is fantastic. Instead of taking 15, you both take but 7 additional acid damage. So, Spoot, I need a DC 10 con save for your spiritual weapon. Oh no, spiritual
that's
weapon's not concentration. So never mind. That is incorrect.
Laughs maniacally in cleric.
Wonderful. Well, next up we have the giant ape Agarian, who is going to fist away. Second attack will hit. We went there.
He's the hero we all need.
Wonderful. And
Should've
then we
made
go,
him
hey,
fly.
Spoot, it's your turn.
Crazy. Where am I? I'm in his mouth. Okay,
You are, like,
great.
grappled and all up in its grill.
Well, spiritual weapon can still attack him, so. Sorry, it takes a long time. 25 to hit, I think?
Yeah, that will hit and deal 11 points of force damage to the creature. Alright. Anything else? Spoot, that's your bonus action. You got an action you want to throw down?
I believe I can do the same. There's no disadvantage on the Sacred Flame, correct? Just says it descends on a target I see within range. It's within range.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a dex save, so it's definitely within range. And there's no like attack roll or anything, so.
DC 18 dex save? Question mark.
Nope. It takes all of that. Beautiful, beautiful radiant damage. Yeah, like, this thing is, like, hovering. There's bits falling off of it. It is having a rough time. Oh, there we go.
Well, it should take a hint, but...
Yeah, it just may. Hey, Defect, we're up to you now.
And you can fly.
Alright. I can fly! I'm gonna fly on over.
Uh-huh.
And I am still reckless. I'm still using my Weapon Master feat. But this time I'm using my axe.
Sure.
A 15 to hit.
A 15 will not get through the chitinous armor, unfortunately.
And second swing, a 22 to hit.
A 22 will hit, and it will
24.
take 24 damage. Yes, glorious. Yeah, you in the last couple of moments, you all have like torn through this thing. It's been beaten up and smashed up. It's looking pretty bad. Olive. Anything from Olive?
Just gonna hold concentration.
All right, Grig,
Pew pew.
go for it.
Wonderful.
Unfortunately not. Nereus. We are-
Nereus is... I'm on my way back. Nereus is just gonna fly up 30 feet and fire a animal bolt at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Because we have literally not a single spell left.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. 25
Absolutely will hit.
for 20
Nice.
thunder damage.
Ooh, yeah. Your little dragon blasts over it, blasting pieces of its armor off. We go to Trip. He's had a couple of good rounds. Can he do it again?
Another point of damage.
So you blast a few pieces of armor off. Trip Sharprunner aims his spell, kind of makes a little finger gun, and just closes one eye, sticks out his tongue. King!
Stop.
And pew, this tiny little like icy bolt just blasts right where you hit. And with 6 points of cold damage, the creature starts to like flutter and falter, and you hear a deafening high-pitched whine and screech as the creature plummets to the ground.
Yay.
Stop.
Holy cow.
Uh,
That's amazing.
Okay, Trip.
so I am going to ask Spoot to roll a d20 for me. This is a straight luck roll to see how this creature rotates as it falls. So, I need a straight luck
Yeah,
roll from you,
initiative,
Spoot.
technically.
Straight d20, and it's either you want to roll high on this, so you want to roll 11 or higher.
Oh, good.
A 12 will do it. So the creature falls, and instead of falling on you and Giant Apigarian, you fall on the creature. So instead of taking the full falling damage, you will take half of this falling damage.
It's gonna knock me out. Are we out of initiative? Do I have
in just a moment. In just a moment. Instead of
gas something.
Instead of taking 21 falling damage, you will take 10 falling damage.
Oh, okay. Whew. That's much better.
Uh,
I'm still alive.
yep.
Not dead yet.
And the massive body of this creature, like the legs crumpled underneath it, splayed out. It is certainly not moving anymore. You're able to bust out of the webbing, as is the giant ape, or the spell can drop and whatever. And as you all kind of recover from this crazy entity, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break. So thank you all for playing. Hope you had fun with that. Thank you all for watching. We will be back in 5 minutes. We're just going to take a quick little short bio rest here. We'll be back in 5 minutes. We'll see you then. Bye. Hello everyone, we are back. Thanks for sticking around while we took a little quick bio break there. So, friends, you have indeed defeated this big old spider thing. It has crashed to the ground. Spoot and Agarian have broken free. Agarian has presumably returned to his normal size. What would you all like to do?
Collapse.
I mean, in theory, we would like to do that whole resting thing, which is what we initially were gonna try to do. ?
Sure.
Correct. In my notes, I also had that we wanted to take a long rest, and then a spider came along.
Mm-hmm. Which you have destroyed this spider thing. It is here. It is dead. You also know that there was a guy with it, and the guy is gone.
Oh yeah, is he though? Hang on, I'm just gonna do this because this is safe than
Who's
sorry.
got true sight?
Oh, I don't have true sight, but I have see invisibility. Screw it, I'm doing it.
All right, your eyes go red for a moment, and they kind of fade back to normal. Looking around, you do not see any kind of outlined invisible creatures in your immediate vicinity.
All right, let's run away and try to do
Yeah, it's
so
not certain
in a
that
way
my
that doesn't leave a path.
non-detection.
And yeah.
Who is the squishiest of us all? Let me do one thing before. Between Nereus and Krieg. I'm gonna touch Krieg as Krieg gets close.
Ah!
And just in case we don't get a long rest, Krieg, you now have Death Ward cast upon you.
Oh, what's that do?
Do you know that thing that Olive does the first time she goes down?
Dying.
Oh, she gets back up?
Yeah, it'll do that.
Okay.
At least I think it does. Never used it before.
Sure.
Or have I? Did I use it on this defect? Well, I don't know. It should work.
Alright. Sure.
Cool. Right, so Grig now has non-detection on them and what? Sorry? You're muted.
Death
I
ward.
keep pressing the button on the left. Death Ward. Both of
Okay.
which last 8 hours, or the length of a long rest.
Great. Cool. Yeah. So, assuming you want to get out of Dodge here and kind of like find a place to bed down, someone go ahead and make a survival check for me.
I can do it since we don't have an Olive.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I can give myself guidance. No? Yes? No? Maybe so?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
with a natural 20, I don't think you need it.
Sure.
With a natural 20, you walk about 75 or 80 feet out of this clearing that's been like made by all this falling trees here, over under a few branches, and you notice something on your way. As you are walking in the direction, which you know that direction leads back kind of towards Craghold, you find a set of footprints that appear out of nowhere, and then you can tell that those footprints are running back towards Craghold.
Well, maybe it's safe to say that he won't be joining us anytime soon.
Or
Yeah,
maybe we
like-
should hunt him down and kill him?
So you get a sense that that mage or whatever that appeared there that's where the dimension door to, and then started running.
I don't know if we can catch him, especially considering he's getting closer to the stronghold. But
however, you also know that you also feel that if you go kind of off to one side here, you'll be able to use, if everybody steps in his footprints, you'll be able to use that and then kind of veer off and maybe find a place that is a little more hospitable.
Thank God, through the magic of natural 20s, my characters are wiser than I am in real life. We should use his footprints to mask our own, says Spoot.
That's a great idea. I love this plan. Deception, deception.
uh,
And if anyone's... Oh, go ahead.
yeah, if by use of like stepping in the footprints and uses of like gust cantrips or prestidigitation cantrips or any of that sort of stuff, you're able to kind of like hide your traces a little bit. Riding that natural 20 out, you kind of veer off because you notice kind of a couple of fallen trees that have come together, and I've kind of created a natural like lean-to, and you're able to get your fairly large party all gathered up in there. And
What we
hide
really
your
need
trail
is
pretty well.
some way... I'm going to say, yeah, what we really need is some way to camouflage our thing, like that spider. But let's hope for the best.
Yeah, within here, it's actually pretty dry and like a little bit warmer. It seems like the trees and branches that have kind of like either fallen or grown together here have kind of created a little like isolated like lean-to or safe space that's kind of hidden from the rest of the force in the casual eye.
Here's hoping. We should obviously take some watches. How many do we need? 4? 5?
4.
4? Spook will happily go first, and
I can go
in
next.
order of... Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Roll a perception check, Spook, for the first watch.
Oof, not too shabby.
Cool. On a 21, the forest is unnaturally quiet. Like you get a sense like the animals that should be here aren't. Something must have driven them away. And now that you have actually seen Craghold, where most of your friends have not, you get the sense that it's probably that unnatural storm that's like roiling above the fortress. But yeah. Which, as you look out, a part of you gets a sense of curiosity, and you kind of take it upon yourself and you climb a tree, just enough to see if you can get a vantage point. And you notice that even from this distance, you can see the storm that is brewing over Craghold. Now that you know where it is.
Okay, now we all just have to roll headfirst into the wall of Craghold, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, your watch is uneventful.
Excellent. I believe Greg said that they would go next, so we'll get Greg and wake them. And I will say a quick prayer for protection as I go to bed. I'm just going to pat Greg on the shoulder and nod, not really say anything. I don't really have a little somber, I think.
Okay, yeah. Greg, you wake up.
Great.
Perception check for your watch.
19. Hey.
Well done. Coming in clutch.
Yeah, it is a quiet night. You also kind of get the idea to like climb up and see if you can see anything. And you climb up and you also see that storm is still brewing. As it is, I would like you to make an Arcana check for me, Greg.
Only 11 that time.
It's definitely weird and magical, but you can't get much else from this distance.
Cool.
But no crazy creatures are around that you see. You don't hear anything or see anything. You notice it is pretty quiet, though.
It's weird how quiet it is. Nature's normally loud, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We're all gonna die.
Who do you wake at the end of your watch?
Defect.
All right. Defect, you are awoken. Go ahead, make a perception check.
16. Not
Alright.
shabby.
Yeah, it's a quiet night. Nothing. You don't know if it's because like they ran out of monsters, or if the monsters are sleeping, or
Oh
the
man.
monsters are too dumb to find you. But nothing bothers you.
Defect likes to think that the monsters are sleeping and having nightmares about him.
Flying.
Yeah, flying. Yes, exactly that. Just flying with the net, just nightmares all abound.
Oh, I love it so much.
Fantastic.
Defect chuckles to himself thinking about this. And then he'll, if his watch is done, he'll wake up. Well, I guess Nereus.
Okay. Nearest, you are awoken.
Huh? Why? That was in
It's
my
your
turn.
turn.
Great. Something always attacks during my watch.
It's why we saved it for last. We got most of our rest.
If it helps,
That
it's been a quiet night.
Agarian, do you mind keeping me company? Wake up, Agarian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he awakens and starts putting on his armor.
Not a bad idea.
I'll help him out.
A few minutes later, he's all armored up. He's got a chiseled bod, by the way.
Oh, I bet. I
Oh,
bet.
Nudge,
Yeah.
nudge, wink, wink.
Well, because he's an Earth Ganassi, so you know.
Oh.
But rock hard abs.
Mm-hmm.
Did he know where that spider came from?
You didn't ask.
You're sleeping.
So go ahead, make a perception check, Nereus, on your watch. You can have advantage because Agarian will aid you.
Alright, hold on. What is happening D&D Beyond? Perception check is... I mean, shit. I almost clicked performance.
That's a whole different thing to do on your watch.
18 with advantage.
Wonderful. Yeah. It's pretty quiet until just about dawn. When, as it's about time to wake up your friends, you hear a couple of, like, heavy steps. Like, big, like, boom, boom, boom. And then you hear a kind of noise. As if something really big sat down.
It really is always on your watch, man.
I'm telling you.
What is that, like 444 now?
I think so.
So looking,
Nereus has not had a quiet watch yet.
Looking out through the branches after you hear this noise, Agarian kind of points in a direction, and you look out and you see something that was not there before. You see a little house.
Baba Yaga.
Wait. No, you can't keep me away from this.
And as Spoot turns in his sleep, he's like, something's wrong. My target senses are changing.
It's like about time to wake your friends up, but like, you know.
How far away is this?
No, you can wake him up, or you
like
could
120 feet through the forest. You can kind of see the shape of it.
Nereus is just going to sneakily move like 60 feet towards it and just like turn back to Agarian. You might want to wake the others.
He nods and goes back to wake the others. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Oh yeah! Super
Nice.
stealth.
Yeah, you are like moving between trees. There's like no notice. You get about 60 feet away, and in this dawn light, you see, it's a little house. It's got like thorny shrubs around it. Pardon me again. Yeah, it's got one kind of like tower that is kind of like bent over. In a very weird kind of way. It's like twisted, and there's something familiar about it. And you edge yourself a little bit closer, and you see that the thorny hedges and bushes, it's almost like there's something more about them that's very familiar. And then you see the door open, and out of the door steps a very tall humanoid individual that looks like a humanoid alligator. Big, thick, heavy tail, kind of a alligator jaws, and it looks like he goes with like a big like pruning shears and begins like trimming very carefully at some of the brushes. You recognize this individual very quickly. You've only seen one like him before. You recognize Magna, the aide-de-camp of Persephone, the Veil Piercer.
Nereus is just gonna yell out, What do you say, Magna?
Mm-hmm.
Magna?
Immediately checks, turns around, looks, obviously looking for spawns. You're pretty well hidden, so.
I'll stand up.
All right, you, and the eyes kind of slit and narrow at you. It's like, yes. Good morning, Fateling.
What are you doing up here?
I'm pruning the bushes. What are you doing up here?
Trying to stop the spellstorms from coming back.
Sounds important, I suppose.
Well, people are trying to recreate the Arcanum project, or whatever the thing is, with a bunch of stones. Probably not going to end very well if we don't stop them soon.
Aha. Sure. That makes sense to me, I suppose.
How'd you get up here?
He kind of looks at the house and looks back at you. The same way we get everywhere we need to be.
That's very handy. Well, do you want to say hi to everybody? They're not too far away.
And we're going to cut back to Agarian waking everybody else up. And he reports that Nereus has gone out about 120 feet or so to look at a strange house that has appeared in the middle of the night.
Oh boy. Which way did he go? Is that Spoot?
He points in the direction.
Okay, I guess my prayers can wait. And I'm gonna go look for Nereus.
It is not hard to find him. You can see the outline of the house from like once you leave your little lean-to, and you come up to him having this conversation with Magna, who you all recognize. Says, "It seems as though your friends have arrived."
Hi.
Wow, this is quite a surprise.
Perhaps for you and I, but I'm sure not for all of us.
What? What?
And he just looks at you.
Sorry, I'm just waking up. I'm just waking up. What do you mean? Sorry.
Persephone knows more than she tells me.
Oh, I see. Fair.
Can we speak to Persephone?
I can certainly ask her.
I feel like I have some note on her. I don't know if it's relevant. I'm looking for it.
And he kind of nods and goes back inside, closing the door behind him, giving you all a moment to chat.
It's so weird that they're up here. But at the same time, it's not weird, if that makes any sense.
I mean, sure.
Yeah, I suppose stranger things have happened, huh? Trying to remember what. Sorry, trying to go reading back my notes on what fortunes we were read originally.
Control F, Persephenia.
Yes.
If you're on a Word document,
Okay,
you
well.
can hit Control F, you can search.
Yeah, I just typed in PERS because I didn't remember how the rest of the word was spelled, and I'm pretty sure those four would do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Persephenia or Persephania. Either one. She seems to answer to both.
The Veil Piercer, I think, is what I'll just call her.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that is a title that she uses. So as you are all like kind of chittering and kind of catching Agarian and Trip up with who this individual is, Trip.
I imagine Grig's doing that.
Yeah, Trip actually is surprised, and he's like, "Well, I've heard of her. Never met her, but I've heard tale of her. She's supposed to be quite knowledgeable about giving you glimpses into possibilities."
Maybe that could help us here, because there's a lot of unknowns. Because after all, this affects everything on this plane, hopefully. Oh,
One can hope.
not hopefully, but like, motivation-wise.
I mean, it makes sense to me. You're preaching to the choir, but something like her, who's to say?
Every ally's worth a shot.
And that is when the door strides open, or swings open, and Magna appears and kind of walks up to you and says, "You have been granted an audience with Persephone."
Thank you.
The five of you may enter. Your friends have not been cleared for entry.
We'll be right back, guys.
Agarian kind of like slits his eyes and looks at Spoot. Are you okay with this, Spoot? You know this entity and I do not.
Well, we lived through the last encounter. I'll say that. I'll put my final faith in Farlane. But I suppose this couldn't hurt.
As you wish. And he kind of like just kind of steps back from the doorway. Trip looks very visibly disappointed, like he was hoping he would get to meet her.
We'll tell you all about her when we're out.
But the five of you are shown in to that same waiting room. It seems to have 5 chairs in it for you. They don't match, like you remember this detail, but they're different than the last time you were here. And all the various paintings that are hung askew are depicting these strange alien landscapes. And you all kind of seat yourselves in these chairs, and they're all very like stiff back and not very comfortable. And Magna kind of steps out of the room, comes back a few moments later with a tray of steaming mugs of something. Would you care for a beverage?
I mean, I guess. We had the box of flower tea last time.
He holds the tray out to you.
Is it the same stuff?
Do you ask him?
Alright, just if I smell it.
It does not smell the same.
Does not smell the same. Yeah, why not? For science.
For science.
Cool. You take a mug. He passes it around. Anyone else who cares to take it may do so. It is
We
steaming
did
and
this
warm,
last
which
time,
is
right?
nice up
No.
here. But, that's up to you.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. Those of you who take it, it's a rich, earthy, warming feeling when you drink it in. The flavor is pleasant and deep and kind of earthy, but it's hard to put a specific word to it. It's like a mix of flavors, but it is not unpleasant.
Sure.
I
Matt-
prestidigitation it to have a hint of orange.
Cool. Yeah, you cast your prestidigitation over it, and it's weird. It doesn't land on the beverage somehow.
That's sad.
Um,
Vicious.
Magna looks and notices what you've attempted and says, "The veil piercer is quite sensitive to her cooking."
Oh. Okay, do you have any orange slices?
Perhaps. And he kind of sets the tray down and looks around. Who would like to speak to the veil piercer first?
Well,
I asked.
Go for it, Greg.
So I could go first if you don't
That's
want.
true.
go for it. You can go first. That's fine. I was just gonna get it over with.
Cool. So
Same.
you are shown into the drawing room, Nereus. And once again, you see this strange collection of artifacts, curios, skulls, bones, display cases with geometric objects, all kind of like haphazardly stacked, statues with various kinds, and many shelves accompanied with little oddly shaped jars and bottles and tins and who knows what's inside, and books with scrolls kind of thrown up on top, and all sorts of nicky-nacky tchotchkes and whatever. And a skull right by the door on a shelf turns to you and says, "Oh my God, you're back! Like, hello! Oh, it's so good to see you again."
Forgot the skull. Oh, hi. Been a minute.
Oh, has it? Oh, time is a funny thing, right? Like, oh, you're gonna have so much fun. It's so good to see you. Have fun. And the skull can't wave because it's just a skull, but you feel like it kind of just waved to you.
Thanks.
Indeed. And looking over the accoutrement here, all the stuff, you see behind her desk or table, you see Persephonea once more. Saffron yellow skin, unnaturally long, like almost spider-like multi-jointed limbs that seem to stretch impossibly farther than they should. Gnarled, messy black hair with streaks of green all through it, and the whites of her eyes are red, with her irises kind of spiral in blue in a weird kind of in a weird way. She's got yellow-brown teeth in a mismatched jumble in a wide, uncomfortable smile, and she nods to you. "Welcome back, dear. How have you been?"
Bit of up and down, depends on the day and what's attacking me.
Ah, yes, having a little trouble, I see.
The monsters don't seem to take kindly to me blowing them up.
Few things enjoy that, indeed. And fewer still enjoy when enemies encroach on their territory.
That's fair. But some of them don't seem like they should be living here. The giant spider thing.
Oh, my dear friend, nothing here should be here, but it is because it is. Including you. Now, Magna says you asked to see me. I am most interested as to the why.
I assume you've seen glimpses of what we're up against in the coming days.
I see many things, my friend.
I don't know if there's, due to the possible wide implications of should we fail against these people, I don't know if there's any sort of insight or boon, even minor, you might help us with.
Oh, my little streamling. I do not get involved in such things. If this
Yeah,
world goes away, so will I. There are more out there in the multiverse.
My father said something along the same lines. I don't know. Would you at least... There's a few of us who can see the stronghold. I don't know if there's any form of sight that you could help with. Since you see so many things.
Indeed I do. But I know where it is, so I can see it already. It's an old magic, ancient, worked in to the stones of the keep itself. It's really quite simple. It is, unless you know where it is, you see it as an illusory copy of a pleasant landscape or a ruined alley, whatever the enchantment you wish to ensorcel into it requires.
Interesting.
The only way to know where it is to find it.
Of course. Well, I'm just gonna shoot my shot on this. I don't know. I guess this is my last question. The thing on my back. Do you have any more insight into that?
Oh, interesting. To answer this question, what will you give me? As you can see, my collection is varied, as my interests are peaked and wane ever so often.
I'm not really. Greg is the one that carries things. I don't really have pockets on this outfit.
Not everything need to be a physical item, my dear Streamling.
What do you take as payment?
Oh, this and that. Anything, really, as long as it is interesting or unique or important. You carry something very interesting within you at the moment. Something that was not there before.
Oh, it's the 25 years of birthday gifts.
Interesting.
It's one-time use, as far as I still have to sit with it and fully understand it myself. I don't think it would end well for anybody if I used it, so kind of possibly last-ditch effort. That I would like to hold on to. How about Should me and my companions survive this, I can assist you possibly in acquiring something else, whatever you deem the job to
I'm
be.
sorry, my little streamling. I don't work on credit.
I mean, I can ask Greg if they have anything nice.
Ah, but it is you asking the question. So
It
it
is
must
me.
be from you.
I don't know, would you like some of my blood?
Ooh, blood is very interesting. Everyone's
Seems-
blood is unique, and I know you utilize yours in a variety of ways.
Where I get my strength.
Yes, I will take your blood, young streamling. And she reaches an impossibly long hand over and to one of the shelves, kind of moves a few things and comes back with a little silver tray that has a couple of empty crystal vials on it and a little penknife that she places on the table before her.
I'll take out my dagger
Mm-hmm. And she
to
watches you.
just just to like get the blood in the vial further.
Okay, so you stab yourself. You
Mhm.
take 4 points of piercing damage, and you see that the blood begins dripping out of you, but instead of like a slow ink drop, it seems to like purposefully pour out of you, and then once the vial is filled, it stops on its own, and your skin stitches back together.
Still the damage though, right?
Nope, the damage is restored.
Can't need those
And
HP later.
that unnervingly wide grin appears as she picks up the vial, which is very tiny in her like long, multi-jointed fingers, and kind of gives it a swish and says, "Very interesting indeed, Streamling." And she kind of takes the vial and puts it away somewhere else, and then picks up the tray and puts it back where it goes. Now, since this is not exactly a full reading, but a specific question, I will cut the cards, and you will tell me when to stop cutting them. And she begins doing like the wizard thing of like using her card, or the magician thing of with her cards, just kind of throwing them into her other hand, like. And
After 5 seconds, he'll say stop.
cool. And she flips the cards over, and one remains in her hand that she looks at. And she puts it down. And what you see on the card is this very like other weirdly image. There's like a gaseous nebula behind it in like pinks and purples and blacks and blues, and an amorphous form, eerily similar. And she says, Streamling, what you hold on your back is in fact a mark of interest. With this mark, you have attached yourself to a creature from a far realm. A realm so different from ours it cannot be comprehended. A gift from your birth mother, as part of a pact long made and long held. With this, you have been granted protection to ensure that you fulfill that pact one day. So be mindful, as the duties required are not yours alone.
So this isn't from my father, it's from something on my mother's side?
My dear Streamling, you are more than what you think. Your mother was bound to service of this entity, and passed this gift to you with purpose and point. However, no interest in raising you herself, she ensured that you would be raised by those that would ensure your own survival and your own thriving. You were placed with purpose. You were meant to grow and share in this duty with others. You've met a few in your time who share this similar commonality. Even if you didn't know it, but I do.
Those who oppose the gods.
Oh, I said nothing of opposing deities.
I can think of. I suppose I have to find my mother then.
Well, mothers can be difficult at times. But the theory goes if you really need a mother, at least one will show up.
Very fair. Well, I appreciate your insight. Maybe next time, should things go well, I would like to get your full reading.
Always happy to make a foray through the veil for a good-hearted, interesting streamling.
I hope to see you again.
As do I, streamling. As do I.
Nears will just bow and head out of the room.
She gives you a little wave, and the skull looks at you. She's like, I told you you'd find out something cool.
Oh, I'm more confused.
And you walk out the door. And your friends are all there. And as well as a tray of orange slices has appeared out of nowhere.
Ooh.
Oh, sweet.
The rest of you saw Magna bring a tray of orange slices. So
I'll take the orange slice. Whoever's next is... You're up.
Alright, let's do this.
Greg, you enter, you see the whole thing. The skull is like, oh, it's the little one again. This is so exciting. You're going to have a great time. You're always fun.
Yeah, I mean, hey, have you met anybody interesting lately? You got any good stories?
Oh, I could dish all
I got
day.
a little bit annoyed, but yeah.
Oh my gosh, oh yeah, totally. There was this one dude, and there's a, well, you have a meeting to attend, so
What? No. Okay. Well, I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you after. Yeah.
Greetings, little streamling, and what brings you to my humble home and domicile?
Well, I mean, to be honest, I'm not really sure. Aside from you showed up, kind of the night before that we're supposed to fight our sworn enemy, the guy who I really want to murder most in the world, and apparently also maybe save the world. So I guess probably we should learn something about that.
What interesting timing.
I mean, yeah, somebody thought it'd be a good idea for you to show up, unless it was you. Did you do this on purpose just to fuck with us?
I see many things, young streamling. Now, what is it I can do for you?
I mean, to be honest, very specifically, I think that what I really want is to kill Olgar, but I think what we have to do is stop them from doing the thing that they're doing that's gonna kill everybody. Don't tell anybody I said that, though.
Do you have a question, or do you desire a reading?
there are so many questions. I guess the biggest question would be, is there a way? No. What is the way to stop them without all of us dying?
And what would you pay for this information?
Well, I mean, you like really cool stuff, and so I have this tiny sliver of an undead dragon's phylactery that was really hard to kill and very cool.
Hmm.
I can tell you the story if you want. I have it all like I read it to this book. I could pull it out and just read it from the book because that way you would get all the details because I tell it what happens every day.
Yeah, so you spend the time doing so. And she kind of nods at the end of it and says, "Very well, I will take this shard of a phylactery." And she reaches over a long, impossibly long arm with a crazy multi-jointed finger, picks it out of your hand, and puts it away on a shelf somewhere.
I do feel like a phylactery piece is a rare commodity.
Right. No, exactly.
That's why she took it.
Right?
I just feel like there ain't many of those floating around.
Yeah, and she begins shuffling cards and doing like card tricks and things. And says, "When you feel the moment is right, stop the cards."
I will count to 27.
Cool. You count to 27, she stops the cards, and she lays out 7 cards. And they all have a variety of images on them. And she says, "First, you must infiltrate your quarry successfully." And then pulls back that card and pushes up the second card. "Then you must enter the tower." Third card. You must defeat some or all of the enemies within. Fourth card. You must climb the tower. Fifth card. You must face your greatest challenge yet.
Not helpful.
Sixth card. You must break through the barriers within. And seventh card. You must withstand possession. And of course, throughout all of this, you must not die.
I mean, that's the goal, right? I really wish that you were more specific sometimes. Do I blame you or do I blame the cards?
As I have said, I do not read events or provide roadmaps, my dear. I summon the beings you once were, are, and have yet to be, and convey you the truth as I read it. The universe is rarely kind or fair, so beware when I read to you, for once I bring forth the hand of destiny, only it can choose whether or not it is dealt, and whether you will play the hand or not.
Oh, I'm gonna play this hand. I'm gonna play it really hard. I'm very determined on this one. And I'm not determined selfishly, like last time. You said there were words about that.
Such character growth in you, young streamling. Congratulations.
Don't tell anybody.
It is not my story to tell.
Yeah. The book's gonna tell it. I have to live long enough to get this book back to that elf. Otherwise I'll die.
The irony.
Right? Oh man. Yeah, you're right. The world is full of all kinds of weird stuff. There's no telling what'll happen. I guess that was my mistake for thinking you would tell me something that was like really useful and like the key to defeating your enemy. But nah, this is a pretty basic plan. I think I can get behind it.
Remember, only you can decide the details. The generalities of fate are broad.
Yeah. Can the skull tell me that cool story now?
When they leave here, they may have a discussion with you.
Ah. That's gonna be like never, because you probably own the skull's soul or something, don't you?
It's cute you think the skull has one.
I mean, didn't it used to? Did you used to have a soul?
Worry not about Barbie. She is fine.
I wasn't worried, I was curious.
Do you have another question, little streamling?
Would you actually answer it if I asked?
Depends on your question. And what the cards reveal. The more direct the question, the more pointed, the more accurate the cards read.
Fair. Is Oligar the greatest challenge? Or is it worse?
According to the cards, at some point you will face your greatest challenge yet. But that is not indicative that further challenges down the line are not greater.
Very nicely vague.
Welcome to Fate and Veil Piercing, my dear streamling.
Fair enough.
If you
Well,
have no other questions, I will see
yeah.
your next companion.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
So
Bye, Barbie.
Later. Like, have a good day. All right.
Cool.
So you depart, and your friends are there in the sitting room. And as you exit, two of you having asked questions and gotten some form of answers or information, or being provided with yet more questions about an ever-weaving tapestry that is your life and fate, that's where we will end tonight's session of Nuuli Forged, with you in the midst of conversations with Persephonea, the Veil Piercer, in a glorious attempt to, I don't know, give yourself some helpful hints or something. I don't know what you're doing, but it's fun to find out.
Does Nereus
Why
even
is
know what
she
he's doing?
here?
No.
Hey, when it's your turn, that's a question. But cool. But thank you all for playing. I hope you had fun this evening, and thank you all for watching. We're going to go around and say our goodbyes and all that jazz. And hopefully I'll figure out who we're going to raid. Yeah, that's where we're going. Cool. So let's start at the top of our ladder here with the guy who wasn't here to intro his way in. He'll intro his way out. Take it away, Defect.
Hey everyone, I'm Defect, played by me, Mike. And what can I say other than thanks for tuning in and Happy New Year, and we'll catch you next year.
Very cool. Thank you.
But sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Goodbyes are awkward.
Hopping on down to Grig.
I'm Greg the Goblin Artificer, also Amber the Confused. Thanks for watching. Welcome to the post-solstice world, wherein our days get slightly longer. Hopefully that brings you as much joy as it does me. And that's all I got.
Wonderful. Hopping on down, we got Nereus.
Thanks for watching, guys. We will see you next week for more, for when Matt gets to interrogate the Veil Piercer.
And rounding out our players, we have Spoot.
I don't wanna. Veil Piercer's not so helpful to Spoot, except maybe making him not doubt himself, which is always helpful. So anyway, tune in next week to see if Spoot succumbs to his doubts, which was the third card played last time. It basically means everyone dies. Yeah. Until then, I've been Matt playing Spoot, and have a good night. Have a happy new year, and we'll see you in 2024.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you all so much for playing. Thank you for hanging out with us. I've been Jared, your humble dungeon master here on Newly Forged. Hey, if you made it this far, you can catch up with all of our back episodes on our YouTube channel at Newly Forged. We are also on the Facebook, the Instagram, the Threads, the Twitter, the Blue Sky. I think we're also on Hive and Mastodon. I don't remember.
I
But
literally don't know half of these.
Instagram is probably your best bet, followed by Threads and Blue Sky, I suppose. And I guess still Twitter X, whatever, X formerly known as Twitter, whatever the hell that thing is. Whatever. Thanks for being here. We're going to be back next week, which is the 3rd, I believe, Wednesday the 3rd, January 3rd of 2024. And we'll be back at 7 p.m. So come back and see what the Veil Piercer has in store and what the characters might find. We're going to raid over to Legends of Evantris. They're playing some D&D. They're cool over there. They're always real nice when we hop in. So hop into this raid. Let them know that they've been newly raided. Thank you again to NeoLeo4, who gave us a follow tonight. And thank you, as always, to Ives Got It, who I got to see when I was in North Carolina for work. So it was great to see you. Ives Got It. Thank you so much. And we'll see you all next week. That's it. Have a wonderful week. Be kind, be safe, and see you all next time here on Newly Forged. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.